all. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome. My name is Amira. And today I wanted to play around with some OG YouTube makeup faves. I went through my collection and I just sort of tried to pull things that I remember back in the day, like circa 2016 to like 2018. Were super popular and you were seen all over YouTube. And so I recently did a makeup collection declutter. So some of the things that I had, I don't have in my collection anymore, but I still have a decent amount. But the main star of the show today, I think is going to be this bad boy, which, I mean, ABH Soft Glam, iconic, you know? So this is going to be the main star of the show, but I'm also going to be using like a few face things that were popular when I really first started watching YouTube, and also since then. So I've got stuff like, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Stay Naked, which was really popular. I think like when it came out was like I think this was 2019 when this came out. And I wasn't going to buy it, but it was hyped so much. I was like, well, I got to try it. So of course I bought it. And then I have like the Smashbox Primer Water, which I'm going to be using for I use that to set my metallic eyeshadow. I've got a bunch of stuff. So let's get into it. All right, so my eyebrows are done. I do my brows off camera, but if you've never watched one of my videos before, I always use the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is another YouTube OG fave. And then I also use the Lime Crime Bushy Brow and a brow gel. And today I used, if I could find it, I used the e.l.f. brow. So that's what's on my brows. I have sunscreen on because after I get through filming, I'm going to be running some errands. So let's get into it, and we're going to start with the foundation. I bought this foundation back when I was still kind of using matte, more like full coverage foundations. And then my tastes in foundations kind of changed, but I still really like this one, which is why I decided to hold on to it. And I've actually been wearing it a ton recently. And let me zoom you guys in. Sorry, here I am. I've been using it a ton recently. I don't know why. It's just now that I've sort of like thinned out my collection of foundations, I do want to like get use out of the ones that I own. So that's really the reason why. But I've sort of rediscovered, and I don't wear a lot of foundation on my forehead. I just kind of take it up a little bit over my brows. I don't like the look of foundation all the way up to here. It just kind of looks kind of mask-like to me, at least on my skin anyway. So I don't really like doing that. Just do it like that to blend that. And that's really all I'm going to put on. And this is like, I had like 2 pumps on my hand. I don't know why I put so much on my hand. But, and I'm looking in the monitor. It looks pretty good. All right. Taking that off my hands. And now I have the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, another OG fave. This shade though, I don't know, it might be too dark for me. We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm gonna use it. I might go in with my Kosas over it just to brighten it up a bit. My skin tone has changed so much post-lockdown as far as like undertones, and so certain things that used to work for me that were really warm don't really work for me anymore. So this might be a little too warm. It's not terrible. It's not brightening, but what I do like is that it does sort of even it out. So I'm not mad about it. I'm gonna take just what's left on my brush around my mouth, because I have some pigmentation around here. So I like to just go around with, either I'll put some here around my lips and then blend it out. But because this is a pretty high coverage concealer and I'm using a high coverage foundation, I don't want to have that much product around my mouth. All right, so now let's set my face, and I'm using all powder face products, which I haven't really been doing a ton as of late, like, you know, in the past like year or so, but I have been this past like 2 weeks or so, just getting use out of things. And I'm not minding it. I still really love cream products. And the powder that I'm using is not an OG fave, but I will leave what I'm using in the description box. This is just what I've been using up recently, or using on the daily recently. So, and because I'm not using because I'm using a matte foundation, rather, I'm trying not to use too much powder. So that works. And I love this powder because it gives, like, you can see, it gives this really beautiful glow. It just kind of keeps the skin when you're using matte products and looking flat, which I enjoy. Next up, I'm going to be using a NARS bronzer, and this is a limited edition bronzer, but also it's just the renamed version of Laguna. So it's Laguna. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you guys remember when they came out with this. It's Laguna. Just with a fancy name. I'm applying that here. So I'm getting ready to head out, but I also, while I'm filming this video, I wanted to ask you guys a question. I wanted to ask you, if you can let me know in the comments, what do you want to see going forward on the channel? I'm sort of going over my calendar for the coming like month or so, and I will say this. I'm on a no buy right now. I'm 2 months in, with a few days left on the second month when I'm filming this. So we're in February right now, and into February, and look how pretty that is. I love this bronzer. It's so nice, and it smells good too. Because I'm on a no buy, it makes it a little bit, I have to be a bit more creative with my content, because I'm not spending all my time renewing a bunch of, or reviewing, excuse me, a bunch of new products. And so it's going to require some creativity on my part, which I don't have an issue with. I love that kind of stuff, and I think having parameters often makes you more creative than having none at all. But I do want to know what you guys are interested in seeing. Like I said, I'm on a no buy until the end of March, but I'm thinking that once I'm off that no buy, I want to review some things for you guys. And what I might do is put a poll up in my community tab and ask you guys what you want to see. What do you want reviewed? Is there anything that you guys are like interested in product-wise that you want to see me use, you want to see me talk about? Because I do want to incorporate reviews into this channel. I just don't want this channel to be only about trying all the new products all the time, because I think if I had started my channel 3 years ago, that would have been fine, because I was at that point where I was buying all the new things and loving all the new things, and really, and being really curious about formula. And I'm still really curious about formula, and I still really love trying new things. And there are certain products like that I just will always want to like try. And by the way, sorry, what I am using is Cover FX in Warm Honey, and I am remembering now why I love this. I love it. It's just giving, it's giving me, like, in the monitor, I'm just like, hey, hello, glowy girl. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, so I want to have a balance with trying new products, and also making sure that I'm trying products that I'm actually going to enjoy using and incorporating into my own collection. I don't want to just buy things just to buy them and then never use them again. I'm sort of I want to make sure that my collection, whatever I use on this channel, is a functional collection for me in my life as well as for the channel. Oop, I'm using the wrong thing there. And this is just my eye primer. This is the Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer. So well, I mean, I guess you could say this is, I know a lot of people use this and rave about it, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it, because so many people raved about it on YouTube. So I guess you could say this is a YouTube, I wouldn't say it's necessarily OG, but it's definitely a YouTube fave. So many people rave about this primer, and I have to say I've been using it for about a month or two now, I really like it. I really, really like it. All right, let's get to the really fun part, which is the eyes. And I'm going to zoom you guys in even more. Hello there. All right. So I'm using Soft Glam. Let me take this. I don't know why I held on to these. I should just toss them. They're like trash. All right. So as you can see, this is a well-loved palette. This is, I'm thinking of doing a ranking of my Anastasia palettes. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I did one some years ago on my blog, but I wouldn't mind doing a new one. I don't know if I've added, I don't know if I'll add like the Norvina, the ABH Norvina palettes, you know, the big kahunas. But, and I don't know if my ranking has changed that much, but if you are more interested in seeing a video as opposed to going to my blog and reading it, let me know, guys. I am more than happy to do it. I love ranking videos. I find them to be so fun. I know a lot of people find them really stressful. I think they're so fun. So yeah, well-loved palette, one of my ABH faves. I think what I want to do today is I want to use some of these shimmers. Most of the time when I would use this palette back in the day when it first came out, when I was using it, this is basically the palette that I used. This came out the same time as Melt Gemini palette, and I basically was just using those interchangeably, but this was like my everyday palette, and that's why it's so well loved. But I want to use some of these shimmers. I'm thinking I want to use this one and this one, maybe these two. I just think that's so pretty. Yeah, let's use those. I'll use this one for sure, and we'll see about this one. And then I'm just going to go on with the standard, you know, the mattes in the palette, which are my faves. Like the shimmers are nice, but the mattes are my jam in Soft Glam. So let me grab my pencil. I'm going to wipe it off. I'm going to go in with Burnt Orange. Grab my mirror. And I'm not doing anything super groundbreaking right now. One thing I will say is when I first bought this palette, I was using exclusively synthetic brushes, like synthetic eye brushes. And this palette is so pigmented and the shades are so soft. Using a natural hair brush, you have to be very careful. The first time I used these with natural hair brushes, I was like, wow, it was like I felt like I didn't know how to do eyeshadow, and it was just because it picked up so much product and it just kind of made everything seem very kind of muddy because it was just like so much product on the brush and I was just like blending it around. So now I'm just kind of like, I'm a bit better with natural hair brushes with these, but I just tippy tippy tap. Tippy tippy tap is what I say if you're using ABH, at least the old formula. I haven't tried, honestly, I haven't tried one of the newer ABH palettes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going in with Sienna now. I'm just, and honestly, hold on a second, I changed my mind. I'm not using that brush. I'm gonna use, that was a number 14 rougher, but it's not big, but it's big for my little eyes and for the amount of product that I want to put here without having issues. So, and this look is not going to be that groundbreaking, guys. I just want to do something that I can have some fallout I can wear for the rest of the day, you know, and look cute. I'm just going out. I'm getting some groceries, running some errands. Got to pick up some cat food, you know. So I want to look cute, but I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not going editorial. That's my point. And don't get me wrong, because I love a good editorial look. If you follow me on Instagram then you know how much I love an editorial look. That is not blended at all. Let's take this and just, that's better. All right, so back to what I was saying. Okay, so let me know in the comments, what do you want to see? There are some things that I have on my list as far as content that I am planning on and, you know, brainstorming about that I really want to do. But I also want to make sure that I'm doing content that you guys want to see, you know, like I've been saying in videos, I'm trying to grow the channel. It's sort of, that's my goal, at least by March, is to try to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm going to, aim high. I'm going to go for it, see what I can do. Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of tea. But look at this mug, guys. I just got this from Starbucks. Look at this mug. Isn't that stunning? Oh my gosh. I'm one of those people, I love mugs. I own a ton of mugs. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. What do you want to see reviews? What type of other tags that are out there that you want to see me do? I love a good tag video. Let me know. Let me know what products you want to see. And like I said, there are products that I myself want to review because I'm just kind of interested in them. I'm not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie to you. I'm just like, that sounds like something I want to try. All right, let's go into Cypress Umber. And this is, I'm literally just tapping that right here. And this is, again, my Rougher 13. I just wiped it off on my microfiber cloth. And I'm going in here. Very simple. All right. Now we're going to go into this shade Sultry right there. Get my little flat brush. But yeah, the thing that's been getting me the most lately, guys, I'm not going to lie. And I'm going to do an update video. I'm going to talk about my no-buy and where I'm at as far as like how I'm feeling, have I broken it, all that good stuff. So, I'm not going to talk about that too in depth because I will go more in depth in that video. And I'm just spraying my brush with my primer water, which is my go-to for spraying my brush. I know some people like to use water. I don't like the consistency, and I like the fact that with a setting spray, it actually helps set the shadow. So it actually isn't going to move around. But, oh, that's pretty. Yeah, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to go too in depth about my no-buy, but I have come to some conclusions and realizations in regards to Fallout City. This used to not bother me because I used to do my eyes first, and I really should go back to doing that. But it's just easier on camera, I find, to do your face first. On camera, at least. But yeah, there's been a lot that has come out in the past, like, well, I guess I could say 2 months. It's like December and the beginning of January was so like nothing of interest was really happening, and it was very easy to, be like, I'm good. I don't want to buy anything. I'm good. But I will say, like, this past month, like this February, going into March, has been harder. And I'm just lifting that a little bit higher because I have hooded eyes. I try to bring the shimmer up above my natural crease just so you can actually see it. And I just do that and create like a rounded shape. But I try to go slowly when I do that so I don't like apply too much product and it just looks kind of strange. There we go. And then I'm going to take this brush again and I'm going to wipe it off again. I should probably get a clean one. Actually, I'm just going to use a small brush. I'm just going to use this tiny little Rougher 03. And I'm going to take a little bit of sienna, just a little bit, mixed with a little bit of burnt orange, just mixed together. And I'm just going to bring that above this area. And I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's just bringing color, some more color over this area here so it doesn't just look bare and then shimmer, Because again, I'm not trying to go super, super heavy. I'm trying to go for a soft glam look. I'm then going to take that same brush and I'm going to take burnt orange and sienna again. and take it under my eye. And I do have fallout, so I am gonna clean that up, don't worry. At least on this side. I don't actually have that much on this side. There we go. Always manage to bring this side down further. Does anyone else do that where they have one eye where they just like smoke it out insanely and then the other eye is like, what you doing? Because that's me all the time. All right, now we're gonna take a little bit of shimmer. And so I'm gonna take this same number 21. I love these brushes. These are the record number 21s, and this is what I use for all of my, this one's actually stained with like green, but this is the brush. And I'm gonna use that rose pink, and I'm gonna spray it again. And I'm gonna take this under my lower lash line like so. And I love shimmer on the lower lash line. I just feel like it gives such a pop and it really opens up the eyes, especially if you have, I'm now gonna take glistening. I love this shade. This is one of my favorite shades on the palette, and just pop that in my inner corner. So pretty. So pretty. But yeah, I love putting shimmer on the lower lash line because it just makes your eyes pop, especially if you have smaller eyes or hooded eyes. It just kind of makes everything feel like a little bit more open. I'm now going to take MAC. I believe this is Teddy. And I'm just gonna put this, and I'm doing this very lightly. And I do this just because if I'm not gonna put liner on, I just like to give the eye a little more structure. I don't even know if you can see the difference there. That's how light it is, but I'm gonna have mascara on, of course, but for me, I feel like this just makes a bit of a difference, and I focus it more on the outer part of the eye, not the, of the lash line, rather, not the inner part. All right. And have I found the back to this? Yes. Have I bothered to put it back on? No. No, I have not. All right. I'm going to do my mascara off camera because it's work, and then I will be back. All right, I am back. Mascara is on. I did not use an OG for that. I will let you guys know what I used down in the description. I'm gonna wipe my lip mask off. I've been using this Innisfree green tea lip mask. I'm just trying to get through it. I have a crap ton of lip masks and lip balms, and I'm just trying to like work my way through them. So this one's okay. Like, it gets the job done, but it's not my fave. It's very, it kind of can be kind of grainy on the lip when you first put it on. It smooths out, but it's not a pleasant feeling. I'm gonna line my lips with my trusty ColourPop BFF, which is kind of an OG. If you've been around with ColourPop for a while, then you know. The BFF liners are fantastic. I have all of them except for one, which is just too pale for me. I'm just gonna soften that line a bit. And then I'm gonna go in with this lipstick, which is not an OG. I mean, it kind of is, but isn't really. You guys have seen me wear this a ton. So I guess it's an OG for me. Even if it's not an OG for the YouTubes. I love this color. But this right here is an OG. YouTube made me buy this. Specifically, Alicia Archer made me buy this. This was the first Pat McGrath lip gloss I ever purchased. This is the Lust Gloss in Faux Real. And I want to thank her for my love of Pat McGrath lip glosses, because they're not cheap. It's an expensive love to have. All right. zoom you guys out a bit so you can get the whole vibe. What do you think? I love this. I feel so glowy today. I'm loving the combo of this, and I'll show you guys what powder I use. Even though it's not an OG, I'll show it to you. This and this together, because this is really matte, but this is really glowy. Well, it's matte. It's not super matte, but it's matte. And this is really glowy. And the two together, I have to say, it's giving life. All right, guys. So this is the finished product. This is my face of OG faves, YouTube OG faves, as well as some OG faves for me. Let me know in the comments, like I said, what you want to see going forward. Let me know what some of your OG faves are from, you know, YouTube, you know, the things that everyone was raving about that you purchased and then you still have, and maybe you don't use them as often, but you still really, really love them. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you like this video, please be sure to like, and if you are not subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.